What are we going to talk about today, Tin?
We are going to tell you how to find a retirement apartment, and we're going to give you 10 tips that we have learnt.
That's fantastic. But before we get into that, in case you're new to our channel, we're Norm and Tina, and we talk all things retirement. And we would really encourage you, if you like what you see on our videos, to subscribe to our channel. Anyway, that's enough of the housekeeping business.
So,
what do we have for number one, Tin?
One of the most important things that we've learned is to rent from a corporation, like a corporate landlord, because they have systems in place.
They do indeed, and they're also law-abiding as well. They know
Yes.
the rental acts, and their price increases conform to the law. You really don't want to be renting from a private individual who's inventing
As they go.
along.
You feel very confident because they've done it all before, and
They're extremely professional. They have a building manager living on site.
Yeah.
So it's highly recommended. Look for a reputable corporation in whatever town you're going to be looking at.
and
So number two is another thing that we think is pretty important is the age of the building. When we moved into our apartment, Tina, it was 10 years old.
Yes. And we felt good with that, didn't we? We felt comfortable that it wasn't too old and everything still looked really good, didn't it?
Yeah, the carpet still looked new.
Yeah.
They did an extremely good job of repainting from the previous tenant, so it was all freshly painted, carpet steam cleaned.
Yeah, it was perfect, wasn't it, when we moved in?
So it looked like a brand new apartment. But the building isn't tired, even though it's now getting on for, I suppose, 13, 14
years old. Yeah, yes, that's true.
And they've just undergone a maintenance program in the hallways, and so they've just repainted all the hallways, including the parking garage hallway, so it's now bright. They've also improved the lighting, so it's brighter.
It looks great, doesn't it?
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So what do we have for number three?
I think decide how many bedrooms and what sort of square footage you want before you go shopping. Mm-hmm. In our case, we wanted it to be a 2-bedroom, 2 bathrooms, and we wanted it to feel like our home. So we felt a comfortable around 1,300 square feet.
The main thing is we didn't
wasn't it?
want to be shoehorned into a small apartment, sort of
No.
600, 800 square feet in a downtown major city. So our apartment is about 1,340 square feet, and it feels just like a bungalow.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
We felt we needed in-suite, as they call it, in-suite laundry.
Yes.
We'd been to some apartment buildings, and they had a laundry room where everybody went to do their laundry, coin op, and it just felt wrong for us.
Didn't feel right, did it?
No.
Not only you had to go down to do your laundry, but then it cost you money every time you went to do the laundry. But the other thing that was really important to us, I would say, along with that, is the indoor parking. And
especially for us in Canada, where it snows a lot, it's cold, it's ice. So indoor parking was a biggie for us.
It was. And not only that, if you're in a place where it's, say, incredibly hot, there's the other thing that we noticed when we were in Portugal, that cars get scorched by the heat.
Yeah, you see the clear coat peeling off the cars.
So it works whether you're in hot or cold.
And it's also a lot easier to unload your groceries in a parking garage and bring them in, rather than struggling through the front door of an apartment through snow-filled parking lots.
And one thing I'd say on that too, Norm, is that to get one of these like shopping trolleys, because people might think they're for old people, but they're for anybody, because it makes it so much.
I forgot we're old now, aren't we?
Well, we're getting there. The other thing that we really wanted along with that, I would say, is a big balcony.
Yes, we did.
to us, it gives us a complete outside room, an extra room to our apartment.
Our balcony is 36 feet wide.
It's huge, isn't it?
It is.
We have a little bistro set out there, and we have a barbecue. It's great. It's our own outdoor space. Oh, and now we got a lovely new conversational set last year, didn't we?
We did,
so
yeah.
we're going to be all set for this
It's all
year.
comfy, and so we spend a lot of time on the balcony in the
We do.
summertime.
That's another thing that you really should consider. Do you like it hot or cold? So therefore,
I'm a hot person.
well, some people like it cold too, Norm.
I
But
know.
you should consider, do you want to be south or west facing? Because that's really important. We're very fortunate because we are west facing and we get beautiful sunsets.
And we only have
don't we?
windows on one side of the apartment.
So it actually is important.
So do you want to face east and north and be cooler?
Yeah.
Have the morning sun? Or do you want to be west or south and have the afternoon sun and those gorgeous sunsets
Absolutely.
that Tina loves so much?
Beautiful. And also one thing is consider if you want to be on a higher floor, if you're looking for a view, make sure you're on a higher floor.
There's some people in our building that came in here right from when
The
it was
beginning.
brand new.
So they could pick which
And there were
apartment
trees
they want.
outside, but there's a lake view, and they could see the lake.
Yeah.
Well, they can't anymore.
Can't anymore. And they said that just didn't occur to them at the time. We are fortunate we're on the 8th floor, so we get a great view.
So,
That's
so
good.
if there's a view, get a higher, and
Yeah.
if there's fast-growing pine trees, then go a little bit higher than they are too.
But another point too is there are some people that might like the first floor because they classify it as the ground apartment. To some people, it will make it feel just like the house they were in.
Well,
Because
you can walk out your patio doors. You got a little patio area there.
Yeah.
The grass is there, so it's just like having your backyard.
Yeah, and I think
But
some
that
people
comes with a cost that some people don't think about.
No, and we are going to tell you that because the first floor is on top of the underground parking.
Which is
And-
unheated.
And it is cold. So everybody down on the first floor is a lot colder than all us higher up.
Your floor could
Yeah.
be a lot colder and subsequently your apartment.
Yeah.
So you do want to be careful about things like that. Unheated spaces
Yes.
under your apartment could be cold in winter. So, number 7, location. Is it safe to walk from your apartment building? We like to go for a walk for about an hour a day. It's just good exercises, keeps us in the fresh air. So is the location of the apartment safe? Is it safe to walk from, or do you have to get in the car and drive?
Yeah, that's very true.
So we are fortunate. We have a rural area that we can walk right to, and there's trails through the trees, and we feel extremely safe.
And another thing that we looked at that was important to us is the fitness facilities. When we found out that some apartment places had more than others, we started to think that it was a really good idea to have a swimming pool.
Well, that's one of your favourite things, isn't it, Tin? Swimming.
It is. So what we did find then was that along with the pool came a sauna and a gym, which Norm, you use the gym.
Yeah.
And what people maybe don't think of is that this can become part of your daily routine, can't it?
It can, and it adds so much more value to the property having these on site, so we can walk there. We don't have to drive to a swimming pool or
No,
a gym.
it's great,
Don't have to
isn't it?
buy memberships to a
Yeah.
swimming pool or gym.
Yeah.
And it's added a lot to the quality of life. So the other thing that I test apartment buildings of is when you get off the elevator
Norm's test.
and you walk in the halls, can you smell food cooking? That turns me off, really. You know, you're walking along and you can smell the roast beef and what have you. Our building, you can't smell that. So that tells us the ventilation system in this building is superior to other apartment buildings that when we were shopping for an apartment that we could see. And we have our own furnace inside the apartment so we can turn the heat on if it's cold or turn it off if it isn't.
Yeah, and then it becomes the air conditioning in the summer, doesn't it?
And number 10, ending on here, this is the first time we've ever lived in an apartment. And in fact, the house that we sold was the first time we ever lived in a bungalow. So there's been a lot of firsts.
A lot of firsts.
But coming to the apartment, we decided we would give ourselves an opportunity to settle in. So we're suggesting give yourselves at least 6 months before you turn negative on the experience.
Yeah.
Because it is a big change.
It is.
And you do have to adapt to it.
Yeah, don't just kind of say after 2 months, oh, this is awful, we need to leave. Give yourself time to enjoy it. And actually, we sort of got used to it a lot quicker than what some people in the building did.
We're not saying it's an old folks' home. It isn't. It's not designed as an old people's home. It's an apartment. But the other thing that Tina sort of talked about was try and find out what the demographics of the apartment building is. About 60 or 70% of people in this building are retired, and the other portion are still actively working.
And really, the superintendents who are looking after the buildings, they should be able to tell you that because they're the ones that have rented it out to everybody, and they know the age of people. And it's great.
So that's it for us on choosing the right retirement apartment for you and downsizing. So thanks for watching.
And we hope everybody is staying safe and keeping well.
And we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.